been attending all the 3 sessions in the past, and you have attended the session of management, where you have understood the concept of management, the nature, what is management all about. And then you've understood in the most realistic manner why we need to apply the principles, how the principles are applied, and what are the benefits of those principles in an environment which is so dynamic, which you attended the last session from our co-host, who wonderfully explained various elements of business environment and how they have the impact on business and thus the management of the business. Now, students, I'm going to take you towards a next step forward, and I'm going to take you into an action-oriented situation wherein all that you've learned in the past, in the last 10 days on all the 3 sessions, you're going to put it into action. So does that sound exciting? Yes, I'm sure. So to start with, I'm going to share a very small word, and just visualize that word and think about it. I'm sure there's going to be some very positive vibes that is going to come into you. Okay, I'll share that word, dreams. I'll share it thrice, dreams. Is that exciting? Yes. It takes you to a fantasy world. And at this very moment, students, you start thinking of what is your dream. Immediately, I'm sure some students must have able to recollect, oh, I want to be a chartered accountant. Another student must have thought of that, oh, I wanted to do my MBA. I want to do my MBA from IIMS, or maybe a solicitor, or maybe a lawyer, or maybe a chef. So suddenly your dreams start turning. The moment you think, the moment the term dreams come to your mind, it takes you to a fantasy world of what you would like to be in next 10 years, right? And fulfill all your dreams and wishes financially, non-financially, socially, because there's some, I'm sure today our students are really socially inclined. Looking at the scenario today, I'm sure they become more empathetic towards the environment, towards the society. So I'm going to take you to an event, to a situation. It's a situation and an event we are going to do today. It's not going to be just a lecture wherein you're going to actually start applying, start transforming your dreams into reality. So we are going to transform our dreams into reality. I'm going to take you from where we are right now, where you are thinking that I'm going to deliver a monotonous lecture, into something which will enable you to visualize and actually put all your thoughts, all your dreams into action. Yes, students, we are going to do planning. So if you recall what was given in your NCERT, a beautiful small cartoon wherein it says that there is a cartoon in between and says where you are and where they're going to take you to. It bridges the gap. So planning, which we're going to discuss today, is going to bridge your gap from where you are to where you want to be. So let me tell you what you want to be. Maybe 10 years down the line is a little longer goal, but where you want to be maybe after, say, 1 year, that means pursuing your profession, doing CA, or maybe doing law. So to start with, I'm going to, if you see here, this is now let's come down to a little bit of a textual NCERT, the lines of NCERT, because we are basically students preparing you from the point of view of board examination. This session is basically a revision section wherein we are going to tell you what are the details, what are the important aspects that you need to take into consideration while you're preparing for your chapter, so-called planning. Is it clear? So to start with, I'm going to just share with you I hope you all can see this screen, students.
Yes, ma'am, but it's stuck.
Yeah, actually, I'm not able to enlarge the screen. Just 1 minute. Can you just give me a minute so that you can have a better view of it? Now, can you see this next slide here?
Minu ma'am?
Yeah.
Can I share the screen for you?
So yeah, actually I'm trying to enlarge. That would be nice.
No problem. I'm sharing screen for you, ma'am. You just have to tell me when you want to do a next screen. Please stop sharing. I will do it. I'm doing it. You just stop sharing. I'm doing it.
All right. Sir, I think I'm doing it. I'm managing. So 1 minute. Okay. Thank you so much, Gaurav sir, for the support.
You just tell me out when you want to have next screen.
All right, sir. Okay, so coming down to the next slide where you can see there are certain latest news clippings which I've shown it to you. The next slide where you see some latest clippings, whereas Facebook, if you see in the current situation where there are so many layoffs, can you see? You must have heard so many layoffs are there, so much of reduction of salary is being talked about. Here, Facebook is going ahead and it's planning to aggressively hire remote workers from July and expecting, not going in for layoffs, but expecting 50% of its employees to work from home. So instead of going in for layoffs, they're looking out for various alternative courses of action. So what are they doing? They're planning various courses of action. Look at the next clipping where it talks about Jio, which you all can connect with. In 2018, they had planned for 4G SIM, and you see we're using it all today. So all their plans are being, they have been able to put it into action. They've been able to implement it within the time frame which they had decided. All right, you look at the next clipping wherein Facebook, so they're not just going in for helping the employees survive such crisis, but also giving them a very comfortable situation, offering bonuses, $1,000 bonuses to help employees come out of the coronavirus crisis. So this is basically, I'm just giving you an idea of what is planning going to be in my future section of the session. Okay, in the next slide, if you see, I will be talking to you, I'll be sharing with you how planning is applicable in all situations, all environment, at an individual level, at a corporate level, in NPOs, everywhere, even in house, if you see, even if a mother she's cooking in the kitchen, she's planning her activities. She's doing multitasking. She's not doing one activity at a time. And these days during our virtual webinar session, sometimes, we just put on a webinar and we are even cooking at the same time. So basically we are planning every event of ours so that we can make best use of our time and also get the maximum output. Again, connecting to one aspect which you must have studied in your first chapter, which talks of efficiency and effectiveness. So within the time frame, because time is money. So within the time frame, you are able to give best of result. So if you see here this slide, if you can just go through quickly, it says, talks about government, which makes 5-year plans. We talk of small businesses, which they have their own specific short-term plans of production, sales. If you see here, these days, if you see airlines and travel are most hit. They're all closed almost, especially the small businesses. So they are making their short-term plans, maybe monthly plan or weekly plan, how they're going to tide over the crisis which have come up. Educational institutions, if you see, they have their planners being developed in the month of December, January, February of what are going to be the examination pattern and what are going to be the activities, their activity calendar is being prepared. So all this is being done for certain specified period of time. Hospitals, it has its own plans. For example, instead of surface ambulances, they also have air ambulances. So if you see, planning has to be done. Without planning, you are actually preparing yourself for something which is uncertain, which could be a failure also. So if you see this quote which is given in NCERT, now I have quoted primarily all your lines from your NCERT because NCERT is your Bible, students. You're going to just read your Bible again and again and get involved. When you pray, what do? You just don't recite mantras. You get involved. You start feeling every word of that particular Bible, right? Whatever you read. Similarly, you're going to feel. I'll try today that you start feeling every word that you study in your business studies, because you need to love God when you're praying. Similarly, you need to love your subject when you are reading it. So failing to plan, if you're not planning, you are almost preparing yourself for a failure. For example, career planning. So many times students, when I enter the class 12, because I happen to get class 12th only for the last 2 years. So 11th, I'm not able to connect. So the moment they enter class 12, the first thing I ask them, have you decided what you're going to do after 12th? And believe me, 50% of the students say, no, ma'am, we've not decided so far. So I just tell them, I said, please plan, I'm going to help you, because once you set a goal, there is kind of an energy that comes in you, you start working towards that goal, you start looking for various options for that goal. So planning is imperative, is very, very important to reach a certain specified target. So coming to the next slide, if you see here, this is the concept again. If you see here, this footballer is targeting to put her football into that basket, right? We are going to target, for example, today I think I should set a goal for all of you. We are going to together get a 97.5% and get into SRCC. Maybe that is what I can think of right now, so I'm setting it. Or maybe clear my CPT in first attempt. I'm not just going to be a CA student through first attempt, maybe a rank holder. Why not? There's so many students. My student of my school was a rank holder, and we called them for an alumni talk recently. So it's what you set, and she was, believe me, she was not that she was too brilliant, but she was very, very focused, very sincere, very committed, and very grounded, very down to earth to ask the teacher n number of times till the time the thing was not clear to her. So we come down to the concept. It is deciding in advance what you want to do and how you want to do it. So it bridges the gap, as I've already told you, from where we are to where we want to go. So I'm sure now you are able to connect. You're going to start feeling that, okay, yes, this is what planning is all about. And it is about setting objectives. Objectives, I'm going to tell in detail. They should be specific, and they should be not. I want to clarify one little point. There's a difference between goal and objective, students. Goal is general, vague, that, okay, I want to be a professional. That's a goal. But in that profession, to be a professional, which particular profession I want to go for? So that is specific. And within what time frame I want to be that professional. So that is when your objectives become time frame, that when your goals become time frame based and they're specific, they become your objectives. So that's the difference between goals and objectives. You should be clear about it. So you set your objectives, you develop appropriate course of action to achieve those objectives. There are many alternatives available. You have to set a course of action that best suits you, the availability of the situations and circumstances and the opportunities which are there. Maybe you're in a small town and you cannot go to big town for tuitions. So if you see there are pen drive classes which are going on for CA, you can go for that. So you have to look for various alternatives which are available, and a rational approach, a practical approach. Maybe you're in a small town, your parents can't afford you to send you to a big town for PG and so on. So you have to use an approach which is practical for you, your family. You can I have pen drive classes also. So approach which helps you to achieve, which is logical, which does not increase the costs. So again, effectiveness and efficiency. Everywhere, students, your management concepts are applied as you proceed ahead with the chapter. Planning is concerned with both ends. Ends is again the objective that you want to achieve, and means is the process, the entire process that you're going to go through to achieve that objective. That plan is developed, has to give a time frame. As I told you, there has to be a time frame. For example, if you're doing your accountancy question, for example, a question of admission, you should set a time frame for yourself. Maybe 20 minutes if you're doing it for the first time, or maybe even half an hour. So that you should know that in exam, I'm not going to get half an hour, so I need more practice. So you will be able to think of a course of action if you have set a time frame. Because if you're not able to do within that time frame, so I need some corrective actions to be taken. All right, so here it is. So again, the last and the most important, it will be a futile exercise. It will be absolute just wishful thinking, daydreaming if you do not act upon it or implement it. If you want to be something, if you want to do something, you want to achieve a goal, you have to implement. So let's test ourselves, students. Now, since I've given you a brief of the concept, so the next slide is what we are going to test ourselves, our students. We are one students on this session and platform, all right? Planning has no meaning unless, now I'm sure I'll give you 1, 2, 3, countdown. So yes, the answer is, so I'll have to actually go to the next slide to get them the answers, show them. It is implemented or acted upon. Now, if you see this implemented, acted upon has come from which line of NCERT? Sir, can you go to the previous slide? A slide previous to the previous, even a previous to this also. If you see here the last line, the planning shall be a futile exercise if it is not acted upon or implemented. If I say instead of futile exercise, a synonym can be used. It will not be successful. It will not be. So you have to, you understand and keep in mind certain synonym words to the words which are given in NCERT. So it shall be a futile exercise. Can we go to that test your understanding, sir, again? Planning has no meaning or it's a futile exercise. It means the same. All right. If I just thinking, if I keep wishing I keep thinking, dreaming, wishing every day, but I don't take any action. I don't get up in the morning. I don't set a routine. Everything is futile. It has got no meaning, right? So planning is a dash approach for determining objectives. If you just studied, it's a countdown. Let's start. 1, 2, 3. I'm sure many of our students are able to give the answer, and my panelists and people who are there must be watching. It's a rational approach. Dash bridges the gap from where we are to where we want to be. Again, I'm sure most of you would be able to answer planning. Planning is concerned with both. I'll just start with the countdown. 1, 2, 3. Yes. Planning is concerned with both means as well as ends. Is that clear? Ends and means, or means and ends? That would be okay if you write like that. Planning has to be developed within a given dash frame, because dash is a limited resource. So again, that was the second last line which I just showed it to you in the concept. It is within a given time frame, because time is a limited resource. Can we go to the next slide so that we can just see and evaluate our answers? So it will be kind of you if we go to the next slide. It is implemented upon rational approach, planning, means and ends, and time frame, and time is a limited resource. Now, if you recollect, you can request Madan sir for the videos. You will recollect the slide which I showed you, the various concepts. Those were NCERT lines. Students, you have to stick to the NCERT line. This part is a little subjective, which you have to take into consideration. But if you start thinking about it happening around you, you will start connecting and become a short story. Every particular topic will become a short story, which I'll try to make it today. And I hope you will be able to connect it better when you study. So let's go to the next slide. So now, the comprehensive definition of planning. If they give you a understanding-based question, if the CBSE gives you an understanding-based question, wherein they just say define planning, which is going to be 20% of the total marks, this is the most appropriate definition as per my understanding, because it covers every aspect of planning. So planning is setting objective for a given time period, which I've already discussed. Now you will feel that I've already briefed you about the definition. So learning definition would be in a jiffy. So what you're going to do is, if you're going to highlight the keywords. If you see, I have highlighted the keywords in setting objectives, formulating courses of action, and best possible alternative. The moment you pick out these keywords, you'll be able to, because basically you all know English, you'll be able to frame sentences. So the keywords are setting objectives, time period also, which I missed out, formulating various courses of action, and selecting the best alternative from among the various available options. Now, if you just recollect, by the time we go to the next slide, students, I am sure that 20 to 30% of the definition you'll be able to recollect. So this is how you're going to study. Take some time when you're studying your first page, second page, which you feel this is introduction. Let's quickly go to features and just mug up features and just mug up do rote learning. No, it will not do. You have to do from the beginning. Introduction carries almost everything. It's the gist of the entire chapter. And the summary is again a gist of the entire chapter. It gives you a view of what you're going to do in the entire chapter. So if you study, and believe me, CBSE, at least I feel, have done a wonderful job developing those books. If you see the content, if you try to evaluate the content, they have done it in a very methodical manner. Of course, the updation is required, but still, if you update yourself and take it into consideration, you will see that it's a good job done. Okay, next slide, sir. If you see the features of planning, now we're going to come down. Students, when you have a new teacher, because I am a new teacher in my 12th when I go to my students, and students are like all eyes up looking at me, who's she, what kind of a person she would be, because they're already comfortable with the teacher of the 11th class. They are comfortable with respect, a comfort zone of talking, asking questions, and they feel she's kind enough, she will listen to us. So they are like looking at me with blank faces, what this ma'am is going to do. So they basically, and believe me students, yesterday I was attending a session of emotional intelligence through CBSE. They said only one thing that you remember about teacher, I'm just taking 2 seconds beyond the text. One thing which you like best about the teacher, and believe me, all the participants said, she's kind, she's empathetic, she's able to listen to our doubts. So what basically you like about a teacher first? Of course, you all know that she'll be able to teach. We take it as an assumption that she would be she has got the subject knowledge and she'll be able to teach. Beyond that, the thing that you remember for long, that takes you a long way, that goes a long way with you, is how she made you feel, all right, how much she helped you. So understanding the nature of a teacher, that's the first thing you want to know. All right. So we want to know what is the characteristics or nature of planning. Planning mein hai kya? All right, which is going to help me, which is important for me to achieve my objectives. So planning focuses on, because planning a first feature, it focuses on, I'll just quickly go through the points, focuses on achieving objectives. Now here students, we are going to do some mnemonic coding also, which is going to follow in the chapter. And we are going to pick up here some alphabets, which are going to make our mnemonics. Mnemonic students can be actually, it'll be custom oriented. You can just do it as per your comfort level. You can develop your own mnemonics, and what you develop, I'm sure they're going to be very witty and very, very relatable. So you can develop your own mnemonics also, though I've given some mnemonics as per the understanding and as per the books that you study. So if you see A, I take it from here. It involves, it is futuristic. That is F, I take from here. The third is, I'm telling you how to develop a mnemonic. And then planning involves decision making. This is D, I take from here. Then planning is a mental exercise. That is M. And planning is a primary function of management. I take the P from here. Planning is pervasive. And the last slide is, if we go to the next part. Can you go to the next slide, sir? It involves decision making. And the last is it involves decision making. So we take the D from there. So when we talk of features of planning, the first part, now I'm going to go into the content and explain you the various features. So now you understand knowing the features of planning is very important. This is how you're going to take your topic forward. You should know why it's important. You should develop a positive feeling towards the topic so that you are able to connect better. It focuses on objectives. That is specific objective. For example, if I say that you have, I'll take you an example of a restaurant or a hotel. For example, there's a person who wants to set up a hotel and he wants to have a specific objective. That is, he wants to set up a hotel which will have, say, maybe a multi-cuisine restaurant, a banquet, and maybe a swimming pool or maybe a spa. So he has certain specific objective and he plans to set up that hotel within, say, 6 months. So that is within a time frame. So here, planning, when you plan something, your objective should be in specific terms and it should be purposeful. Is it clear? It is serving a purpose because you have some money lying with you. It's maybe you have money or you have already had experience. For example, if we talk of Sanjeev Kapoor, he's a chef. And if you see here, he has a chain of restaurants now. So basically what you want, what is your purpose? After being a chef now, you want to explore, you want to go bigger, you want to have more chains of restaurants. All right, you want to become a bigger entrepreneur. So this is, you have to plan for what your objective is. Is it clear? So if you see the keywords here are, which are going to help you recall the entire content is specific goal, focus on achieving objectives, purposeful, and again, time frame, very important. So can we go to the next slide? Planning is a primary function of management. That is, it is a base. For example, students, as we're talking about this person, he was a chef maybe, as you people all want to be chef. And then maybe when you earn so much of money, 20 years down the lane, or maybe 15 years down the lane, you have so much of money in hand that you want to invest, you set up restaurants. Is it clear? So you need to plan that, okay, I want to maybe quit my job and I want to set up my own restaurant. So the planning has to be there. Once you have planned a specific goal that you want to have a hotel or a restaurant, then what you're going to do is the next step, that is your first function, which we are doing now. And then thereafter, you're going to decide that when you're planning, you will decide on maybe the space that you want to have, whether you want to take it on lease, whether you want to take it on rent. Are you understanding? Or you want to purchase it? You've got so much of money, you can purchase it. Once you've planned that, then only you're going to go to your next function, which you've already studied. That is, you're organizing, you'll set structures, your functional, your divisional structure. And after you've set structures, you're going to think of employing people to fit in that structure. So there's a beautiful sequence to it. And thereafter, once you have people employed, you're going to give them direction through motivation, through your dynamic leadership, and then set standards for them and take controlling action. So can you see the sequence? Can you relate that test planning is the base and of all other functions to follow? If you've not planned your objective, if you've not set the space where I'm going to have my hotel, whether I want to have my hotel in Delhi or maybe in a smaller town or Ghaziabad or NCR, where, so till that time, and the space, how I'm going to acquire the space where I'm going to set up my hotel, you cannot go in for other functions of management. So planning is the base, it's a primary function within the framework of which all other functions operate. Is it clear? So the keywords here again, we are doing the keywords very, very important. We are doing it as we are proceeding with the topic. So it is a base for all other functions. They are performed within the framework of the other functions of management, and they are also referred as primacy of planning. So the keywords are base, framework, and primacy. So next, pervasive. It is prevalent at all levels. Planning, the top management is planning with respect to the setting of the hotel, the space, the amount of money to be invested, the profit margin need to be maintained. The second level would be your departmental heads. For example, you have your restaurant head, maybe your banquet head, he's going to set his own objectives. And the lower level would be your housekeeping staff, your guards, they're going to have their own specific objectives. So you see it percolates down from the top to the lowest level. So if you see, you'll go through these slides, students, you'll find keywords highlighted, and you'll understand that how it becomes pervasive at all levels, percolating, going down from top to the lower level. So can we go to the next slide? Okay, so if you see here, this is your types of plans. Now this is a general, now types of plans, it would be again customized as per the needs of the organization, which would vary from organization to organization. So this is a management pyramid, which will be, they have shown of a particular type of organization. So can we go to the next slide? So planning is continuous. Students, when we set a plan, for example, I set a plan for maybe another 6 months, we are going to have a hotel. As I'm talking about, I'm just taking one storyline. So here, this person wants to set up a hotel within 6 months. After that specified period of time, he's going to evaluate whether he was able to achieve the objective that he had set for 6 months. Is it clear? And then whatever the weaknesses or whatever the lapses which were there, he will ensure that the plan that he sets up for the next 6 months, they do not have those weaknesses carry forward. Is it clear? So plan is to be, one plan will be implemented. Once that is implemented, a follow-up action is taken, another plan will be framed. So this is a continuous process. For example, if you've done very well in your 12th, you cannot become complacent that now I've got 95, 97 and I'm into SRCC, I don't need to study hard. You need to study harder. Like those students who plan to go to IIT, don't think that the studies in IIT is easy. A lot of hard work is required. You talk of medical, you clear your NEET is very, very difficult. Everybody knows it. But going and doing that 4 years or 5 years of study as an MBBS student is even harder. So you have to continuously plan, all right, to basically combat all kind of challenging situations that comes your way. All right. So planning cycle, plan is framed. It's for a specified period of time. As I talked about 6 months, if you see, it could be for a month, it could be for a quarter, it could be for a year. And rather, personally, I feel students, certain specific short-term plans works better. Like I always, before sleeping, I plan my day at night, last 10 minutes, just try it that, okay, I'll get up in the morning at 5 o'clock and I'll do these 3-4 activities just before 8 going to the school. And believe me, it works. At least 80% of the things I'm able to do it. So just plan. If you see, that means if you understand that planning, start applying it at an individual level, at your own level, and then you start understanding the planning process at various levels. Because you can plan at your level, understand the planning at your school level, because that is the level where you are all the time. You can relate it so well. So if you open your almanac, you will see planning. You listen to your teacher teaching, you will see that she's planned her lesson well. So you'll be able to connect you, and you will understand, and you will appreciate the beauty of planning, which enables efficient functioning. So can we go to the next slide? Now, if you see here, this is the latest situation. I think we are not able to resist talking about it, though we should not talk about it because, I attended again Shivani. I follow Sister Shivani. She said, don't even name that thing. Just say that thing, because the more you talk about it, it comes more into your life. The more, it's like the more negative you talk, the more negativism comes into your life. But still, I'll just give you a reference that what the government is also doing. Government is planning. If you see, a 3-phase plan has come. That means they're going to open the malls, say from 8th of July and in phases. Looking at the situation, how the situations turn out, and then they're going to replan, all right, so that they're able to combat the current crisis. So there's a 100-day of school. You go through this. It's just a clipping that I'm showing you to you. I'm not going to read it. You read, put this article, put it on the Google, this browser and see how government is planning your 100 days of school, how they're going to have, how many classes, which classes are going to start, operate for how many days, 4 to 5 days maybe, and 30% of the students are going to attend the school, and so on and so forth. So can we go to the next slide? So this is all planning at government level, at your corporate level, at individual level, small businessmen, everywhere where they're functioning effectively, they are planning. Features, now it is futuristic. Again, what are we doing? We're looking into the future. We're looking for six months ahead. We are looking at 1 month hence what we plan to achieve. So it's just looking ahead, preparing for the future events, how the future events are going to be. For example, you know, when this whole thing started, initially they had thought that it's, in case the cases are 100 per day, then they're going to have these many ventilators, they're going to have these many beds, already these many hospitals to combat it. And then they had planned that in case there would be 500 cases per day, then they're going to maybe increase the number of beds and the hospitals. And now, and in case the number of cases rise to 1,000 plus, they're going to even take some hotel rooms. So in a way, slowly and steadily, as the situation changes, they are planning their future, looking ahead how the circumstances will change. All right. So if you see here, again, coming to the corporate world, this is all your NCERT lines, peeping into the future, forecasting future events, basis, you make your sales forecast, you make your production forecast, underline the keywords, learn it. Your content will be, your case studies are going to be from the lines of the NCERT and lines of NCERT, but in a story form. So somewhere very beautifully in a paper, they merge both of them. A story line from the current situation with the NCERT lines. And when you have to quote the lines, you will find those lines appearing in that case study. So can we go to the next one, please? Planning involves decision making. Now you have various alternatives which are available. As we talked about the hotel, let's continue with that storyline. You think of the hotel, you have various alternatives which are there in the hotel. For example, if you want to take the space, now whether you should invest your own money, your retained earnings, let's take part of accountancy because I'm an accountancy teacher. So whether you're going to use your retained earnings or you don't want to touch that money, you're going to take loan from the bank, or you're going to take loan from any financial institution, or you're going to raise money through equity if your company is already established, already, because if you're thinking of hotel, if you're investing already, you must be having some business running and you're financially sound. So what are the various sources? What are the alternatives which are available? You will identify the pros and cons of those particular situations. All right. And then you're going to choose one which is best. You're going to examine it and choose the most appropriate one. Again, you can just quote n number of examples at an individual level. You have so many options. You like accountancy, in the 11th, you got very good score, whether you want to go into hard finance sector, take CA, CS, CWA, or you want to go into management, you want to go in for marketing, HR, or you want to be a lawyer, you like the legal part. Is it clear? Or you want to be a journalist, or you don't want to be any of these and you want to explore some other line. So you have so many choices and alternatives available. Plan it. So can we go to the next one? Now, what am I doing? I'm thinking. It's basically, I'm looking into the future. I'm imagining how the future would be. What are my taste and preferences? What do I like? What am I best at? And then I make a very rational means practical, which is feasible. Something you cannot make plans which are not feasible. Is it clear? So it is logical and systematic thinking. For example, if I don't have money with me, obviously I'll have to take loan. Is it clear? I cannot borrow so much of money from my friend. Is it clear? So you have to look, it's a mental exercise. You have to, whatever forecast, for example, you plan to increase your customer base. For example, when continuing with the hotel, if you want to have a multi-cuisine hotel, you have to think what kind of section of society you're catering to. Are you catering to more of vegetarians because maybe you are having a hotel in maybe north, in south? And if you have it in north, you have to have multi-cuisine, because if the family comes together, there might be some children like to have Chinese and some children would like to have, and maybe the parents or the grandparents would like to have a vegetarian food. So you will always be better to have a multi-cuisine restaurant. Similarly, so you have to think of the environment, again, business environment, connect to the environment, understand those elements very well, study those environment elements, and then make a sound, practical judgment, keeping into consideration all the finances that you have and the opportunities that you have and expertise that you have. Okay, Can we go to the next one? So let's evaluate. All right, because whatever we study, what I've been doing, we study something, we evaluate our understanding. And if you see in one of the books of the private authors, I really like that book. They have topic-wise questions. The moment that topic gets over, the test your understanding comes. So I have emulated it because I like something and I take it. So planning requires logical thinking and systematic rather than guesswork or visual. Identify the relevant feature of planning. So let's start the countdown. Yes. Can we go to the next slide and see the answer, sir? It's a mental exercise. All right. We've understood the mental exercise. I've given you an example. Can we go back, sir, to the slide? If you see, it's logical and systematic thinking rather than guesswork. That is what the last point that I did with you. Logically, rationally think. Weigh the various pros and cons. Don't get swayed by your emotions that my friend is doing it and I'll also do it because it's more prestigious. No career is less prestigious or more prestigious. It is your aptitude which will help you reach the top. Now, if you see the next question, in ABC school, the principal draws out plans for the entire school during the month of January, February, with respect to finances, academic alignments, such as classes, subjects to be allotted to various teachers, and creating new positions for worthy teachers. You know, certain teachers are worthy. You don't want them to go. So you create positions for them. Positions are created even in corporate world. If you are a very good employer, you become indispensable for the company. And believe me, the company creates positions for you. I know how from my close sector, where my close association, where positions have been created for them, because the company didn't want them to go. Departmental heads, then again, this is what top management is doing. Departmental heads, your maths department, your commerce department, your physics department will set their own departmental goals. Teachers, they have their own specific objectives and the courses of action to be followed. The fourth class employees, which are also, they are the nerve of the organization. You know, can you imagine what is happening today? We don't have our maids working for us and we're just craving for them to come back. So they are the nerve. I've really started realizing their importance. Every day I think of them and I thank them for what all they've done in the school and at home for us. So identify the feature referred here. Should we start the countdown or I don't need to? I'm sure you'll be able to relate it. It is pervasive. Can we still see the answer, please? It is pervasive. Planning is everywhere. Keep your eyes and ears open, start looking, and you will connect with the topic so well. And it will make the topic so relatable and interesting. And it will remain, the best part is, students, once you see it in your practical life, you're able to relate it and it goes into a long-term memory. You don't forget it so easily. And even if you forget it, because it's human mind, the moment you go through it, everything comes to your mind in a very smooth manner. Sir, can we please move to the next slide? Now, if we have a case study, as we've gone through our understanding and application-based question, case study is very, very important. I'll quickly go through the case study. In 2015, Naveen left his luxurious life in Mumbai, where he worked as a manager for Bluebirds Limited. He shifted to Chhattisgarh, fulfilling his mother's dreams. Every activity was a challenge. He was clueless about farming. I'm just reading the crux. He learned every activity from filling the land, and to aid farmers, he launched his own company. It was difficult initially as no one trusted young youth telling farmers, because farmers are experienced old people, you know, and believing a young urban youth telling him about certain techniques of farming was difficult for the farmers. But everything was discussed in detail. The farmers started. But when the youth started discussing everything in details, the farmers started taking interest, and he wanted to ensure future events meet effectively in their best interest. So through sales forecasting, he prepared an annual plan. Now, students, I am reading the case study. This is not the way you're going to read it. What you're going to do it, you are going to read the question first. I deliberately started this like that because usually what happens is the moment the case study comes, you start reading the case study. Keep it in mind, you're going to read the question. So if I read the question first, see, you will have all the features visualized in your mind. Now I'm going to go the other way. In the above case, highlight the features of one of the functions of management. Now here it's again a hot question because they're not told you what are the functions, which function. If they would have said features of planning, then immediately those 6 features would have come to your mind. Now out of those functions, you have to visualize the various functions which are there. Immediately, just in a fraction of a second, you'll visualize that planning, organizing, staffing, and directing. And you will, when you start reading, you will slowly come to conclusion that nowhere they're talking about organizing. You start using the elimination theory, that organizing is eliminated. Nowhere they talked about structures. Nowhere they talked about recruiting people. Staffing is eliminated. Nowhere they're talking about directing. Is that clear? As playing the motivation and leadership aspect. So we zero down to 1 or 2 alternatives. Is that clear? So let's come back to the question. He also wanted to ensure that future events meet effectively in the best interest. He also found that farmers grew only paddy, which was an activity of 3 to 4 months, and the land remained idle for 8 to 9 months. He not only identified but evaluated various alternatives through which the farms could be utilized. If you see, alternatives are talked about in planning through foresight and logical and systematic thinking. We just talked about it. Logical and systematic thinking is mental exercise. So here the features are being talked about is of planning. And you see, the moment I came down this paragraph, immediately 2 to 3 features we could recall immediately from the lines which we studied in our NCERT. So he presented a plan to the farmers where after harvesting, paddy vegetables could be grown. So can we go to the next slide? So if you see this is a perfect answer, which should be there, the format. You will say the first line, the feature of planning highlighted above is planning focuses on achieving objectives, and you are going to give one line explanation, very, very important, of that particular point that you identify. Now, in case of a 1 mark question, you just need to refer to that point. You don't need to give an explanation, but in 3, 4 and 6 mark and 5, 6 mark question, you need to, whatever point that you identify, it has to be followed by an explanation of that point, and after that quoted line should be written like this and exact the same format, and then you're going to quote the lines. He set out specific goals. Coming down to the next point, it is futuristic. Again, explain the point, what is futuristic, and write the futuristic and write the quoted line. He wanted to ensure that the future events meet effectively in the best interest. Then the third is planning involves decision making, because he's making a choice among various alternatives. We just read it. And then the quoted line, write the complete quoted line. Please don't write ... just part of the line, then ... and then the remaining part of the line. In some of the books it is written like that, but don't do it. Write the complete line. Then planning is a mental exercise, which I just told you. Explain that line in one statement, just one statement, and then a quoted line. So can we go to the next slide? Okay, now these quoted lines, I just want to connect you with the NCERT book so that you know that yes, ma'am, those lines are exact from the book, and it reinforces that fact that NCERT lines are to be read thoroughly and of course learned also. If you see here, this line here, specific, I'm not able to see, there's a pop-up which is coming here. The specific goals are set out in the plans along with the activities. If you see, I've underlined in red. So this exact line is quoted in your, almost the same line with some synonyms here and there, is quoted in your case study. So can we go to the next slide, please? Planning is futuristic. Again, I've just taken a screenshot of NCERT to show it to you. And if you see, the purpose of planning is to meet future events effectively to the best interest of the organization. Again, the same lines with some synonyms here and there, some modulation of the statement. So next slide. If you see here, planning involves decision making. Let's go to the lines which are being underlined with red. It involves thorough examination and evaluation of each alternative and choosing the most appropriate. Exact lines, almost as I told you, would be quoted from your NCERT in a case study, which would be in a story form. As I've taken the example of a restaurant, I could have usually, now if you want, this is a homework, I'm giving it to you, just formulate this restaurant example in a case study. And see, you'll be able to formulate your own case studies, and that is where you are ready for your case study. All right. So next slide, please. It's a mental exercise wherein planning requires, if you see the red line, it requires foresight, logical, systematic thinking. It's not that they'll completely pick up one line and go. They could pick up one part of the line from here and part of the line from from some other part of the paragraph, and they could merge it beautifully. So you have to be, the point is that you need to be very well conversant with the NCERT text. So can we please go to the next slide? Importance of planning. Why? Now we have understood the feature, as I told you, what you want to know about a teacher. You want to know how she would be, whether she would be patient enough to teach me accountancy and business studies if I ask her too many questions. Yes, you would feel that, yes, she's like that. So therefore, why do I need to study from her? All right, the importance of why do I need to plan? This is the features of planning, and now why do I need to plan? So next slide. So next slide, sir, please. Planning provides, coming down to the points, planning provides, because we are running short of time. My co-host will be there waiting for her to take over. It provides directions That means again, certain specified, well-defined goals. It will not be, when you plan, it will not remain just wishful thinking. You will be able to put your plan into action because you have got certain direction. For example, as I told you, when the restaurant owner wanted to set up a restaurant, he will look for various licenses which he needs to acquire and other legal formalities which he needs to comply with. And of course, it will be done in coordination with, in case there are more people in the business. So there will be, through well-defined goal directions, planning will be able to provide direction. When you plan, you have a direction, and that direction will enable you to put your wishful thinking into action through coordination. These are exact words which we've quoted. We've not specified here separately keywords, but these words are your keywords, which will enable you to take the crux of the point. So next line, please. Next slide. It reduces the risk. It provides direction. So now start framing a story. Don't learn each point separately, students. Don't read the point separately. Start making a storyline there. It provides direction. Planning ने मेरे को क्या किया, एक डायरेक्शन दी है. उस डायरेक्शन से क्या हो गया, मेरी अनसर्टेनिटी रिड्यूस हो गई, बिकॉज अभी तक तो मैं श्योर ही नहीं था मुझे करना क्या है. अब वो रिस्क ऑफ अनसर्टेनिटी ऑफ व्हाट विल हैपन इन द फ्यूचर वो कम हो गई, बिकॉज आई एम लुकिंग अहेड, आई एम एंटिसिपेटिंग द चेंजेस. एंड also coming down to the corporate world, I am remodulating the managerial responses to combat the unforeseen situations which are going to be there. If you see CBSE, what is it doing? This 100-day working, it is planned because it has looked ahead that calling the students in one go all together would be devastating. So they are planning certain courses of action, remodulating their responses. Is it clear? To face a situation which is uncertain. All right, the sales might be falling. So how you need to, for example, if you see here, as the malls are going to open, there's so many examples to give students that you will see that yes, everywhere it is implemented, that in the 3-phase lockdown, which they're planning to open, they have planned to open the malls on 8th of June. What do you think the owners, the people in the shop, the shop owners of the malls would plan to think? All the stock that they had made for the summer is all lying unsold. So they have to see that uncertainty. You never know. Again, there could be a lockdown. The malls might close. So for whatever period it opens, they will have to talk. They have to frame a strategy. Is it clear? Maybe some good discounts and what are the various kind of promotional strategies so that their stock, which is lying unsold, is immediately being sold. Is it clear? So that there is no inventory which is left. And because any inventory means investment being blocked. So they have to reduce, they have to look ahead the changes and plan their strategies and remodify their strategies so that they are able to make best use of the available resources and the environment which is available. It reduces overlapping and wasteful activities. Now, when you are coordinated, it avoids confusion. It eliminates useless and redundant activities. For example, let me now connect you to your school because that is a situation where you connect the most. If you see on an annual day, what does the principal does? The principal makes a complete list of each teacher at which position, which event she's going to supervise, who's going to be the supporting staff. Even there's a task force also of students who's going to stand there so that unnecessarily students are not hanging around and wasting their time. Is it clear? So who, how, what, when, where they're going to do it, for how long they're going to do it, and maybe they're going to move to another task which is given to them. If that is all planned, laid down, streamlined, there is no confusion and it leads to efficient and effective working of the organization. So next slide, please. Again, promote innovative ideas. That's a first and primary function of management, which you are going to, if you plan, you are able to think of new innovative ideas. Now, when I talk of innovative ideas means, if you think of, can you sir just go to the next slide? Okay, I think that slide I could not incorporate. Like Samsung recently, so let's go back to the previous slide. Like Samsung, you know, that was the first company that came up with frost-free refrigerators. Now that frost-free refrigerators idea came only looking at the inconvenience which the customer was facing with the manual defrosting. Otherwise, I remember at my point of time when I was a young girl, my mother used to take out she used to switch off the refrigerator, open the refrigerator for 5 to 6 hours. The refrigerator khula rehta tha, sara saman dining table pe aa jata tha. And then we used to ensure that all the ice melts, and then we used to clean the refrigerator and things used to go back. It was an entire one-day job. All right. So what they keep looking at the customer inconveniences, they innovate. Technology, again, technology ka environment. again, customized needs, fulfilling the customized needs. They came up with frost-free refrigerators. That was the first company that came up. And thereafter, now recent news, I just read that they have come up with innovation where you can, your refrigerators are not going to just preserve food, but they're going to even prepare food. They have incorporated a technology wherein you can prepare curd in it. I don't know, I wanted to add the slide, but I could not for some reasons. So you can prepare curd in that refrigerator also. Just see, you couldn't even visualize what technology is doing. And you can just name so many things which are coming up with robots and all. That is like long time back, artificial intelligence. So much so, which is basically to make things convenient for customers. And of course, there are going to be pros and cons to it. Let's go to the next slide, sir. Facilitates decision making. You have so many alternatives available, and you have to make a decision which is rational in the best interest of the company. Government is making all decision making, all efforts in the best interest of the nation. So that वो जैसे बोलते हैं, मोदी जी ने बोला है जान है तो जहान है, तो अब वो जान भी है, वो कहते हैं जान भी बचान. पहले तो बोलते हैं जान है तो जहान है, जाने बचाओ. अब वो साथ में ये भी कह रहे हैं बिकॉज बहुत टाइम हो गया है, बिजनेस इकोनॉमी बहुत नीचे आ रही है, जैसे जान भी बचानी है और जहान को भी बचाना है. सो यस, डिसीजन व्हिच हैज टू बी रैशनल, लॉजिकल, प्रैक्टिकल. पढ़ना भी है और रेस्ट भी लेना है, एंजॉय भी करना है. इट हैज टू बी अ बैलेंस लाइफ. इज इट क्लियर? कुछ सोसाइटी के लिए भी करना है, टू मेक अस आवर सोल ब्यूटीफुल. ओके, नेक्स्ट सर प्लीज. If you see a planning, therefore, if you want to plan for your entire organization, you need to set standards. Like the principal of our school, you know, she always says all hundreds. And my God, I start having butterflies in my stomach and I miss a heartbeat. God, again 100. If it doesn't happen, then what? But she has set a standard. Teaching standards. Similarly, quality standards. Companies will have quality standards. We do not want to compromise quality. Lijjat Papad, excellent example. If you see here, they take the dough at home and they make the Lijjat Papad, but it is amazing. You see that case study students, the way they have standardized the quality and the sizes. You pick up any Lijjat Papad, it would be of the same size. So many times I start looking at it after teaching business studies, I've been able to connect to it. So believe me, commerce is beautiful if you start connecting to it. We usually keep science at a very high pedestal because we see that's more innovative and it is like all about technology. Start using your business studies in your day-to-day life, and you are the best person who's most connected to the world and everything happening around the world. So next part, please. So you set standards. If your employees do not meet the standards, if there are deviations, their controlling action need to be taken. Again, importance of planning. Just a quick recap. I'm not going to go into details. I've already told you. This is a mnemonic, Dr. Sodhi. Like I just told you in one of my previous slides, I take here D, R, O, I, D, and your here I take it your foresight, and then you have your standards. So basically, there's some misprint here in the slide. So here you have your standard here. Okay, so next slide, please. So let's evaluate. Very important. Whatever you study, evaluate yourself. आपने कुछ पढ़ा, उसका खुद ही टेस्ट लो आप. Questions करो. अपने आप को टेस्ट दे सकते हो आप students. It's not necessarily that somebody will always give you a test. आप खुद अपने आप को टेस्ट दो. Just pick up a book and start doing 2 questions after every 2 to 3 days of a topic which you did 2-3 days back. ये नहीं अभी किया, because अभी किया तो अभी सब कुछ fresh होगा. 2-3 दिन बाद उसको करके देखो. फिर देखो कि आप कितना retain कर पाए. Rohani Industries manufacturing electrical equipment plans to diversify into medical equipment and thus appoint Yatharth Singh. And Yatharth Singh is known for his clarity in thought and action and is able to clearly state the goals. This enables him to carry out the activities without interruptions. Identify the aspects. So can we go to the slide because we are running short of time. So if you see here, the concept is planning because it is again definition. Importance of planning is it provides direction. State the state the explanation in one line with respect to the point that you've identified, then quote the line. The line quoted where you have identified this point is Yatharth, known for his clarity and thought and action, is able to state the goals. Now, in this, I have not again given you screenshots of NCERT, but you please do the same methodology as I did it in the previous case study. You will find these lines there. Is it clear in your NCERT? Then you have reduces over, yes, it is given. So I've taken it. Yes, sir. Can you please go to the next slide, sir? Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. If goals are defined, employees are aware what organization has to do and what they must do to achieve the goal. So here you have clearly stated goals so that it provides a guide for decision making. So next slide, please. Planning is certainly important. Next question, as it tells us where to go to provide direction and reduces the risk of uncertainty by preparing forecasts. This statement enumerates some of the points. 3 points of importance. So can we go to the slide? It reduces overlapping. I've not given the explanation. It's not the exact format because I've already given you the format twice, given an explanation. Now I'm giving you just the answers so that you can see whether the points identified are correct or not. It reduces overlapping. It promotes innovative ideas and it establishes standards of controlling because, so can we go to the previous slide? Because here in this question, it just says state any 3 points, any 3 points. So I do not need to identify or quote lines, any 3 points. It is a very simple question. These are your bonus questions. Prepare your content so well so that bonus questions are there in your pocket. Don't let it go. Don't let the ball go in the hands of the examiner for bonus questions. Bonus question वो question होते हैं जो बिल्कुल direct होते हैं, जो आपको exactly सिर्फ उसको लिखना है, mugging up वाले, रट्टा मारा हुआ जो आपने, ठीक है? Next, so please next slide. So next slide, please. The next slide. Limitations of planning. Limitations of planning. If you see here, these are the limitations. These are general limitations which any or every individual can face. The unforeseen events, the legal regulation, environmental changes, rise in cost, government interventions. So next slide. Now coming down to next slide, sir, please. NCRT points. As I said, we are going to stick to the NCRT points. It leads to rigidity. Once the plan has been set, that yes, your target is to achieve 20%. For example, a salesperson is given a target to achieve 20% of sales. And now the customer today in a situation is asking for 40% of discount, whereas your company has given you that you give a discount of only 15%. Now, because you are rigidly laid by the rules and regulations, you lose that customer. So planning somewhere down leads to rigidity. It may not work in a dynamic environment. You see the environment, again, relate to your business environment. All the elements of the environment are changing so fast, right? So your plans also need to be remodulated. There's a statement which maybe my co-host in my previous sessions has said that there's only one thing that is permanent, students, change. And the pace of change, you have to change fast. You cannot be in your own traditional frame of mind and stick to it. Otherwise you will become redundant. You will become like a bandar. Is it clear? We'll just look, कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते हम. ठीक है? अपने आप को हमें, we have to fight out with the challenges of the change that gives us. Change gives us a lot of challenges, but we have to fight back. Similarly, your businesses, your syllabuses will give you challenges. Fight back. Plan it. All right? Replan it. एक दिन नहीं हुआ, अगले दिन उसकी replanning करो. कोई बात नहीं, घबराओ मत. एक गलती हो, कोई बात नहीं, अगली बार हम उस गलती को छोड़ के दोबारा से उसको replan करेंगे. But वो repeat नहीं होनी चाहिए, repeatedly नहीं होनी चाहिए. Is it clear? Next, sir, please. It involves huge costs. Again, there's a lot of planning involves a lot of research, analysis, and you need experts, legal experts चाहिए आपको. If you, for example, it's a manufacturing firm, or you can say an infrastructure firm. For example, you are making a big housing complex. अब आपने उसके हिसाब से आपने उसके पूरे housing के पूरे architect designs बनवाए हैं, and you have taken the expert. आपने सारा legal, you taken the expert of a legal advisor, who's taking care of all the legal considerations, all the legal regulations. It involves a huge cost. और अगर plans को change करना पड़े, it's going to be at a very, very huge cost. Is it clear? Because plans need to be, for example, you need to, for example, if you have capital budgeting decisions, आपने शायद financial management में पढ़ा हो, उसको अगर आपको reverse करना पड़े, it's going to be at a huge cost. Similarly, जो आप plan बना लेते हो, you'll see students, all chapters are very well connected. Quite a few chapters are very well connected. So many concepts of various chapters you can just merge as an example. So वो जो है आपको reverse करना पड़े, capital budgeting decision को अगर आपको reverse करना पड़े, it will be at a very huge cost. Similarly, अगर आपको वो जो plan बनाया हुआ है, उसको replan करना पड़े, again आपको legal advice देनी पड़ेगी. एक CA legal advice free में तो देगा नहीं, ना lawyer है free में देगा, तो you have to pay a cost to it. Again, planning is a time-consuming process. Drawing time, जो आप plan बनाने में time ले रहे हो, if that becomes more than the implementation time, of course, usually it happens like that. So it will, you have to take that part also into consideration. So this is one limitation. You have to take into consideration the limitations. We all have certain limitations. If you have certain household limitations, you have to take those limitations into consideration when you are planning your objective. Planning does not guarantee success. If you see so many plans, coming down to the current situation, everybody had planned so much. My daughter had planned to go to London. सारा एयरप्लेन्स, एयरफेयर सब it has all got stuck somewhere. तो जो प्लान किया था वो कुछ वर्क नहीं करता. Amity thought that they're going to make good revenue by sending all their students for study abroad, and it didn't work. So जो भी आपने प्लान किया हुआ है, आपने प्लान किया था कि जितना वेस्ट साइड had made beautiful collection of kurtis and everything, वो सब पड़ा हुआ है स्टॉक सबका, all fashion market, all the stocks, all consumer durables unsold. तो जो आपने प्लान किया था वो नहीं हुआ. So you have to replan. You cannot give up, but you have to replan. So it does not guarantee success. जो भी आपने plan किया है, it will not necessarily, it will guarantee success. This is one limitation. So it's not that your plan, so you become complacent that अच्छा अब तो हमारे को success मिल जाएगा. No, you have to ensure to keep reevaluating, revising, keep evaluating, keep reassessing your plan. Let's think Superfine Rice Limited has the largest share of 55% in the market. The company's policy is to sell only for cash. In 2015, for the first time, company's #1 position in industry has been threatened. Is it clear? Because of the company started selling rice on credit also. और competitors ने तो credit में भी बेचना शुरू कर दिया. उनकी policy सिर्फ cash की थी. So the managers of Superfine Rice Limited, they continue to rely, but वो थे rigid. उनको था कि नहीं हम तो अपना cash में ही लेंगे. This did not work because environment is not static. अब credit में कौन नहीं चाहेगा credit में? Business तो चलता ही ज़्यादा credit पे है. Is it clear? So this led to decline in the sales of Superfine Rice Limited. So what are the two limitations? Can we go to the next slide? I will not be able to give time because it does not guarantee success. आपने cash सोचा कि पहले चलता रहा 20 साल cash से, अब भी चलेगा, अब नहीं चलेगा because competitors अपनी बड़ी-बड़ी strategies लेके आ रहे हैं to lure the customers. Is it clear? It may not work in a dynamic environment. The environment is continuously changing, so you have to change with the environment. I've not quoted the lines again, so you have to follow the same methodology as I explained in the previous case study. So can we go to the next? Again, another question. Suhasini is a home science graduate from a reputed college. She has recently done a cooking course. She wishes to start her own venture for health. Again, health is the fab of today. I mean, it's the thing which is going on today. It discussed her idea with her teacher who encouraged her. After analyzing various options of starting a business venture, they shortlisted the option to sell ready-made and ready-to-make vegetable shakes and sattu milk shakes. They both weighed the pros and cons, the function of management being discussed, and give any one of its characteristics. Should I give you time now? Because in the previous case study, I did not give you time. 1, 2, 3. So the countdown is over. So can we go to the next slide? Concept is planning. Limitation is it leads to rigidity. It involves huge costs and it does not guarantee success. So can we go to the previous slide so that I can explain it to them? Briefly explain the 3 limitations. यहाँ पे उन्होंने briefly, this is again a bonus question. So I've taken questions where, I've taken various types of questions where you have to quote lines, questions which are direct, bonus questions. इसमें आपको कोई quoted line लिखनी ही नहीं है, आपको सिर्फ identify करना था functional limitations. ये तो bonus number है, इसके फटाफट limitations कोई भी आप 3 लिख दो. Is it clear? Can we go to the next? Again, जब आप limitations लिखोगे, you write the heading here, उसके बाद आप इसकी explanation लिखोगे. 2 lines, यहाँ पे 2 line लिखोगे because quoted line कोई नहीं है. Again, those 2 lines should be very, very specific, comprising of keywords. Another objective type question, if you see, it is not always true that just because plan has worked before, it will work again. Which demerit of planning is highlighted here? Yes, students? So can we go to the next slide? The next slide, sir. It does not guarantee success. Is it clear? Let's go to the previous slide again. I'll just go, I will not be able to go through this objective type here. If you see here, question number 4, match the following. Concept of planning, quickly match it. It relates to involved setting objectives and appropriate course of action. Importance of planning, it is talking about does not guarantee success. Features of planning, primary function, limitation is reducing overlapping and wasteful activities. So can we go to the next slide? Next slide, sir.